it.
Ambassador, Your Excellency, plenipotentiary, I'm just a citizen, former ambassador. Thank you for finding time to come to this historical place, Rathaus Keller, Rittersaal, the room of cavaliers, and allow me this opportunity to tell all of you from the bottom of my heart, thank you and goodbye. I stayed only 2.5 years in Vienna, realizing how deep my roots went to this country, to these people whom I started discovering and slowly understanding. I understand that it's good I'm not staying longer, because if you stay a normal 4-year term, living would be even more difficult. But I made my choice to end my diplomatic career after almost 20 years in this business and to focus on internal politics from international affairs and foreign policy. I will be returning to Moldova. I want to help to reverse certain trends which I don't like, and to contribute to the change so people of Moldova again have trust in confidence in politics, in state institutions, and in the country, in the Republic of Moldova. And this is a country where I want to live normally, along and together with my children, my parents, my relatives, my friends, many of whom are leaving the country right now not being satisfied with where we are and where we are going. And I will not speak longer. just to explain what this event is about. We are not only saying goodbye to His Former Excellency, it's not only meeting with friends, it is also an invitation for you to pay attention to Moldova, to feel the flavor of my country through its people, through its traditions, through its wines, and also through our national food, which will come after a small musical program. I would like to thank those without whom this reception, which I organize as a former ambassador, so in my own capacity, without whom this event would not have been possible. I look at Robert Gula, he is Lukoil director here in office in Vienna, and we just met a month ago. Lukoil celebrated its 25th year and in Austria, and I thank you, Robert, for your help. There is Christoph Cernet from Christian. He is the man who adventured 2 years ago to bring first Moldovan wine to Austria. And the wine started to come, and so far Chateau Vartelli, a very good quality wine, is coming to Austria. Last year 20,000 bottles. This year there is a plan, as I understand, to quadruple this, but you can taste and feel for yourself. You see on tables there is even a price list. The best wine, Tarabosti Cabernet Sauvignon, which will, as you leave, please take a bag with you, so share with your friends, relatives, hopefully good occasions. And this is a good way to feel Moldova. We are a wine-producing country, and this is only one story I want to tell you. Not before saying that there is another big friend of Moldova who helped us, who actually helped us to rent this fantastic room, but he is so good and so strong friend, an Austrian businessman who said, it's not necessary to mention his name, but he's a very strong man, and he could not be with us. So with this, I would like to tell you the only one story which might explain you my motivation. In February, I traveled to Chisinau to see my son. He's 9, my daughter is 20. She left to study in Amsterdam. And together with my son, we went to the village where my mother was born and grew up. And we saw my uncle, and he showed us the vineyard. And as we were walking, he has 36 acres of vineyards. And he's 73, he's limping, and he was showing us this, and Heide Maria Gürer, and they are growing wine, by the way. This is, I have to once again, I don't want to single out, but this is true, and we are privileged to be invited to your vineyard, so you know what I'm talking about. So my uncle was showing me the vineyards, and he had emotions. And he said, Andrei, why don't you come and take over, because I'm too old to take care of this. And he told me the story, which included my grandfather, who on the day of his death called my uncle and said, please, Alexander, my uncle's name, promise me just one thing. Promise me that you'll take care of this land, of these vineyards. And he knew them almost by name. There are hundreds and hundreds, and he knew each feature of them. And then my grandfather died, and my uncle took over. It was 30 years ago, and now my uncle's 2 sons are for 12 years in Canada. They never came back. And he says, sometimes I wake up in a nightmare, I cannot fall asleep because I cannot imagine what will happen. So this sense of responsibility for your land, for your vineyards, for your country is a very strong motivation. And I think my country has a potential, and I think I, together with many other people, believe in the future of Moldova, and this is why I leave the best city in the world, Vienna, a wonderful country and wonderful people, Austrian people, and go back home. I will not mention the successes of our bilateral relations. We indeed had an official visit of Austrian president. We, Austrian government, opened an embassy in Chisinau. We have a designated ambassador here with us. But better than words, I would ask for your attention just for 6-7 minutes before we start our culinary and wine tasting program. Would you please listen to Andrei, Akira, and Andrei and Gaspar with some musical, brief but intense program, which hopefully will translate and transmit to you the spirit of our people, our lands. Thank you.
at the reception of the Moldovan embassy. I'm a musicologist and writer on music. I used to work at the Bolshoi Theater in Moscow, and therefore I have great admiration for the opera theater in Chisinau, because I know that the ballet there at the Opera House in Chisinau is
Basic. I'm Director General for Foreign Economic Relations in the Federal Ministry of Science, Research and Economy. I'm also chairperson from the Austrian side of the Moldova and Austrian Joint Commission for Economic Relation. And last time I've been to Moldova 2 years ago, and I'm still very impressed about the friendly people and especially about the quality of the wine. Especially today in the very nice evening, and I enjoyed it very much, the very high quality of Moldovan wines, and we are very sorry that Ambassador Popov is leaving Austria, and is a real friend of mine.
As a delegate for the Austrian Federal Economic Chamber some years ago, I have been several times to Moldova, and I always enjoyed the wines. But what I can see now and could taste at this wonderful farewell party this evening is fantastic. And I hope that Moldova will improve in all fields, not only in wine. And I would like to wish all success.
Walter Götz, früher Direktor der Wirtschaftskammer, enge Kontakte mit Moldova und seit den Botschafter, meinem Freund Andrei Popov, auch mit den Vorgängern Valerio Civero, enge Kontakte mit Moldova. Wir lieben das Land. Ich habe auch organisiert einige Wine-Tastings auch hier mit dem Vorgänger. Da waren 10 Weingüter hier. Wir lieben die Weine von Moldova. Das ist jetzt alles beste Qualität. Und auch hier Chateau Vatelle, ein Traumweingut. Und wir sollten hier mehr Kontakte auf der Weinebene mit den österreichischen Weinritterschaften. Es gibt 3 verschiedene, auch ich bin eines, versuchen hier Reisen nach Moldova zu versuchen.
Ich habe vor vielen Jahren Geschäftspartner hier in Österreich gefunden, die mein Unternehmen besucht haben. Das war der Generaldirektor von Lukoil in Moldova, und wir haben eine sehr gute geschäftliche Beziehung aufgebaut. Wir sind heute viele Freunde geworden. Moldova hat mich dann nach Bulgarien, nach Rumänien gebracht, und auf der zweiten Linie neben dem Geschäft habe ich sehr viele humanitäre Sachen für Moldova gemacht. Das heißt, wir haben ca. 60 LKWs vom Spitalwesen in Österreich hier abgebaut. Wir haben 200, 300, 400 Rollstühle für die Pensionisten nach Moldova gebracht. Das ist mir ein Anliegen, neben dem Geschäft diesen Leuten zu helfen. Ich habe sehr viele Firmen nach Moldawien gebracht, bin auch Wirtschaftsdelegierter von einer Region aus Moldawien und arbeite in dieser Sache immer weiter und liebe dieses Land. Ich bin jedes Monat dort, habe viele Freunde und pflege auch meine Geschäftsbeziehungen.